Hello Cancer, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a collective reading for your sign. I work with the 12 houses of the zodiac, astrological guidance, goddess guidance, and the destiny cards. Okay, please don't forget to like and subscribe, or like and share, as that escalates the videos for more people to see on YouTube. I normally pull out 3 houses of interest for you. That doesn't want to come, so let's try again. We've got 5th house, creativity. It can also be children. It can also be 8th house, fun, recreation, any sort of recreational activity comes in under there. Love affairs. We've also got the 8th house and we've got the 3rd house. The 8th house is endings and beginnings, cycle shifts, sex, death, rebirth, all of those things come in. Symbolic death usually. Regeneration, renewal. A 3rd house is everything to do with communication and other things as well, but it's mostly that. So come out. Got void of course, moon. Too many. Good Cancer, I feel for the cycle shift that's occurring for you. We've got air element communicating coming in for your 3rd house. So a lot of communication, manifestation as well. Bottom of the astrological deck is Grand Cross Provoker. So you're under pressure in certain areas of your life. It could be that you've, trying to launch something, or you're changing something in your environment. Let's get the goddess guidance now. We've got Mart Fairness coming in here. Got Green Tara, start delegating. But it just seems to me like there's a lot going on, simply because you've got the Grand Cross and then now you've got Green Tara as well. And then we've got Cordelia, go outside. Okay. Bottom of the goddess deck is Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Okay, so right, let's start with this one here. Grand Cross Provoker. This is, as I said, a lot of hard angles in this, and they're all bearing down on you. So it's like pressure. It can be frustrations. It can be a lot of things coming at you all at once. So this can be decisions. This can be actions. So it's a catalyst for change. That's what the Grand Cross Provoker is. So this can be quite a it's almost like when you're going to relocate or you're going to move and you have 101 things that you have to deal with in the preparation. It's that sort of juggling of energy. But what it does is it forces you to tackle the changes, in a constructive way. So the very best way to handle this energy is to have a list of priorities, and it's about time management, and it's about stamina as well. So your priorities list We'll have to stick to that really strictly. It may change on a daily basis or even sooner than that. But as you work through your top priorities, cross them off and move on straight away onto the next one. They could also be coming at you. Things could be coming at you simultaneously, So it's got that kind of energy at it. It could also be within your work environment or whatever it is that you do. Just lots of things happening all at once. But it does force you to manage your time properly, to communicate effectively with others as well. And this is why you have the start delegating coming in. So clearly you need help. You need to be in charge, but you need to get other people, recruit other people, whoever's around you at this time to assist you to achieve, the things on your list. So you can oversee and you can marshal the what needs to be done, but you need to spread it around a bit as well, because this priority list can be changing really within a day even. So it forces you to build up your inner strength. And once you start doing that, whatever you're learning during this period is going to stand you in very good stead later on in your life. So this is very much a learning experience. Yes, it's forcing you into changes, but it's something that you've got to learn and something that you've just simply got to go through. And it's teaching you how to use your talents and skills so that yes, you are juggling, but you're moving forward. You're not standing still in the same place, getting more and more frustrated. So it's about time management, about moving forward steadily, but you've got to follow a strict regime and go with what needs to be done within the hour or within a morning or within a day, whatever is, however, it depends how quick these things are coming at you. But it really is going to build up incredible inner reserves as well, which will stand you in very good stead later on in life. We've also got Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith, your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So whatever you have sort of requested and released to heaven or to your guides or to God or to whoever it is that you pray to, whatever you have released has been heard. And, just have faith that the solution will come to you. It may not look or feel exactly how you imagined it, but as long as you put forward what it is, that you really require at this time, then, and then have faith and let it go. Then the universe has the space and the room to bring you the very best solution, the one that is perfect for that situation. So have faith. Don't allow negativity to come in. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and they will be answered. Just want to do a destiny card. Perseverance. Okay, so that's pretty much coming in with that as well. Really, it's about just dealing with everything as it comes up and keeping going, even though it may feel very difficult for you. It's not going to be a walk in the park, this at all. Okay, so let's tackle this one. We've got 5th house creativity. The 5th house, as I said, is everything to do with creativity. So you may be artistic, but all of us are creative. So just take it as it applies to you. So you may be busy with a project, or you could be involved with your children's creative projects, or in some way, you're using your creativity. It's your particular brand, your individuality, your flair, your stamp on things. That's how this manifests. But it's also very much the house of children. So whether you have children or not, or you're wanting children, or you may just be involved with children at this time, perhaps it's relatives of yours, children can come up. And even grandchildren. It depends where you are, what stage you are in your life. It's also the house of love affairs, so that may be applicable for some of you. It's also the house of risk-taking. So this can be, gambling may come in, but it's also associated with things like the stock exchange, stock market, or just taking a risk in general. It's very much also it's the house of activities that are recreational by nature. So this can be a handcraft, it can be a sport, or it could be an activity which you enjoy, but it's fun, it's pleasurable, it's something that you enjoy doing, it's recreational. And as I said, it could be in a group, or you're doing it on your own, but it what gives you that fun and that happiness and that joy and that enjoyment. Okay, so we've got Void of Course Moon coming in here missing. So what this card is saying is that things are not what they seem at the moment. This card can be, this energy can be in effect, it's not normally very long. Within a week, usually it will pass, but it's coming up in the energy of this month. So it may be with you for longer than that, for the full month, or maybe it will end within that period. But it's basically saying that things are not what they seem. And you haven't got all the facts and everything in place yet. You haven't got the full understanding of the situation. So this is not a good time to be initiating big things or putting your energy into something you really want to work for you, whatever it may be. This is the time to pull back, just to keep going your normal routine, what you would normally do. Just keep going on that. Don't invest your time and your energy into something that you really want to happen, because the likelihood of it actually coming to fruition or giving you the result that you want is unlikely. And this is because the moon goes through a bit of a shadow period when it's between signs, where it's quiet, and you don't have the wisdom of the moon during that period. So just let it ride. It's not a good time to be launching big things or starting something that you really want to do. It can also be, sort of relationship based as well. So it's a time for planning. It's a time for preparation. It's a time for rest and recovery. Just taking a break, basically, but just continuing with your normal routines. Because if you try to initiate something that you really want to occur, you won't get the result you want. You will either get no result or the wrong result. So just step back. Let it ride out, and then once the phase has passed you, then you can start initiating again. Then here we've got Mart Fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So whatever is going on in this house, it could very well be children related, where some aspect of your life is affected by that. And this is indicating some sort of judgment or legal situation or decision that's got to be made, but it involves a judgment of some sort, whether it's your judgment or another's judgment, or you're coming together to decide something, like mediation, negotiation, something like that. But it's saying that fairness will prevail in this situation. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So just put lay out what it is that your point of view and what you think can occur, but just bear in mind that it's best to detach from a specific outcome, which may be ego-driven. Okay, so rather state your case, but allow the universe to come in and bring the best solution for all, okay, for everybody, because there are aspects of other people's lives. If there's more than, if there's a few of you involved in this, there are aspects of other people's lives which you can't see, you can't discern, you don't know. The universe knows, God knows. So just detach from driving a particular outcome, but have your say. Put it forward and say, this is what I'm, looking to do, or what I would like, and then let the universe move forward with it. And then once you detach your energy from that, then that frees you up, and it frees up the universe to actually bring the very best solution to the table. Here we've got 8th house endings and beginnings. So as I said, this is it can be any kind of ending and any kind of beginning. It's normally the closing of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. It can be relationship based, but it can also be financial based. It can be partner based, as in a business partner. It can also be the transition from one form into another. So this can be the way things have been up until this period, and then things are changing, and now you're going, you're closing out a whole lot of things and you're moving in a different direction. So it's got that cycle change about it. It's a transition. And it can also be the rise of sexuality. It's also about birth. It's also about death, but normally a symbolic death, like an ego death. And if you've got green Taurus, start delegating here. So I feel that you've just got a lot on your plate. Judging by the other cards here, you've got a lot going on, and you're in some kind of transitionary phase. So it could even be financially based, but it's saying to you that with the start delegating card here, it's like you can't be superwoman, Superman. You need to sort of delegate a few tasks to give yourself a break so that you can make the right decisions, to free yourself up a bit. Because there's a lot of deepness that comes in with the 8th house. And these are big financial decisions normally that come in the 8th house. And it can be, accounting, taxes, banking in general, insurances, investments, assets, things like that. It's also handling other people's money, other people's resources. And it's also, it can be related to inheritances and legacies, and that's where the death element can come in. So somebody in around you may have a legacy for you, or an inheritance, or you may be wanting to set something up for the future. So it's got that aspect to it. It's also got a rebirth and a regeneration element to it. So you could be really, with the Cancer card, you may have a lot of domestic situations going on, or lots of family situations going on. So inheritance could very well be coming up, or it could be children related. Perhaps you are separating finances, something like that. Or you are gearing up for some kind of change, and there's a lot happening at the moment. It's got that aspect to it, but there is a regeneration and a renewal, and it could be just that you've got a lot on your plate at the moment, and you may just get very tired and run down, or very resentful because you're not getting the support you require. So a regeneration and a renewal, it does come in and is required with this as well. So it can also be about the coming together of, it's the nuts and bolts of a partnership or a relationship. Now, this is a committed relationship. This is not a simple fly-by-night arrangement. This is a committed relationship. It's the nuts and bolts that hold that relationship together, or maybe separating. And it could even be a business partnership. So it's the material and emotional resources that have been invested in that, how it comes together or how it gets handled. All of these things come in with the 8th house. Also, psychic abilities often get triggered with this house as well. So Cancer, I feel, as I said, a lot of domestic issues or family issues may be coming up for you at this time. Cancer is normally rules the 4th house, which is all about the house and home, also family. And so all of those aspects come in. It's also about being resilient and being resourceful. And the resourcefulness, I feel, is about getting other people and to come in and help you with certain things. All right, so be resourceful, be resilient. But it's also about withdrawing periodically into your shell to process, to go through certain things, to sift and sort in your mind and in your body. And you're going to need to do that because, as I said, the start delegating, unless you bring that in, you're going to get very, very tired and very run down. And then you start getting snappy and touchy about things. And you want to be able to withdraw, to free yourself up, to give yourself time to actually withdraw, to be able to go within, to actually make decisions, rest, take time out so that you can see things and feel things and actually go with what is feeling right for you, what is in your heart. And you can only get in touch with that if you are giving yourself time to do that, okay? So Cancer is about following your intuition, your natural instincts, going with that. Domestic issues, as I say, come in. It's also about feminine wisdom, feminine issues, or females within your environment. It's ruled by the moon. This is emotional as well. There may be cycles going on, cycles of sort of ups and downs within this environment. But it's also about accessing your feminine wisdom. You can be a masculine or a feminine, but you've got both in you. So this is tapping into the feminine side, which is receptive, and it's about tuning in on that and tapping into feminine wisdom. You may have another feminine around you who has got a lot of wisdom, or you are dealing with feminine issues or female issues at this time. It's also about looking back, being nostalgic and being sentimental about certain things which may not serve you in this house. The 8th house can bring up things from the past, and Cancer is about the past. It can bring in a lot of issues to do with the past, but it's also about being attached to things from the past, and you don't want that. You can look in your rear view mirror, which is small. You can look in your rearview mirror and look at things from the past, but you only take the wisdom and the understanding from there. You can't live there, okay? You can't go back. So bring forward the wisdom and the understanding and put that to bed, and then move forward. You may also be dealing with things from the past. These can be like antiques or heirlooms, things like that may be coming up for you as well. But it's very much about being in touch with your intuition and your instincts, going with that. But emotions will be high. With Cancer, the emotions will be high. And as I said, you're going to need time to just retreat periodically. It's also about nurturing yourself. And that's why I say take time out, delegate tasks so that you've got time to go within to do the processing you need to do. It's about nurturing yourself and nurturing others, nurturing your family, your clan, and looking after your health and your diet. Nutrition and cooking comes in with this as well. Green Tara, start delegating, ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So I pretty much summed it up here. It's coming up in your 8th house. There's a lot going on at this time, and you've got Grand Cross Provoker, so there's a lot of things happening around you. Just make sure, as I said, that you bring people in to assist you. You can be in charge. They can come to you, for the next task once one has been completed, or however you want to manage it. It may be your children that you need to bring in, your partner, and so on. But you can't carry the full load yourself, all right? You're just not going to be able to do it. And you're going to run yourself ragged, and then you become resentful and crabby, which is what the Cancerian side will do. So rather, head it off at the pass and bring in as many helpers as you can to assist you. That will free you up so that you can spend this time retreating. I mean, you are a Cancerian anyway. You will understand this energy about going within, tapping in, and you do need time to do that. You do need time to actually withdraw and just to process, so that when you come out again, then you know what to do, and you've got things sussed. We've got 3rd house here. 3rd house is everything to do with communication. So it's written, verbal, body language, electronic. It can also be about documents and contracts. So it could very well be that you are making a sort of a financial transaction at this time, or you are discussing those aspects, or you could be waiting for some sort of contract or documentation coming in. It could be legal, because you had the Mart card here. So it covers all of that. It also covers communication in general, but it can also be about specific people within your environment. So this can be aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, general relatives. It can also be neighbors. So it could very well be very much family related, because you've got the Cancer card coming in here. It's definitely family related, and there's aspects to be decided, it seems to me here. So everything to do with communication, what you say, what you write, is going to be very, very, very important. This also covers electronics and the internet. Anything like that can come in with the 3rd house as well. So it rules cars, it rules maps, it rules short journeys. So you may be doing that at this time, or you may need to just do that and take a break, have a little break for yourself somewhere. So all forms of communication, vehicles, as I said, and it's got that movement aspect to it, and documents and contracts. So now I do feel that you need to take a slight trip somewhere, whether it's just for a day or a weekend away, just to give yourself a break. And we've got here at the top, Cordelia, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. So a short trip somewhere. Just somewhere away. It could be to the mountains because you've got air element communicating, but a high place at any rate, somewhere high up to give you perspective. Okay, air element communicating. This is the card of it's air, so it's about mental abilities. You may need to detach a little bit with this card. As I said, because you're Cancerian and you've got the Cancer card here, emotions will be high. Okay, there's going to be aspects coming in for you which are going to be a little bit hard to handle, especially with the Grand Cross here. So detach a bit so that you can set your priorities list and that you can delegate. And detach also so that you can go within to do the emotional processing that you need to do. Because air element has got that ability to detach, okay? So it's all the air element signs. It's also a very mental sign. Think it through, work through things logically, and just sort it out, you know. As I said, prioritize, work through a list, be systematic. It's also about communication, again, of all forms. So written, verbal, body language, whatever. It can be over the airwaves, it can be electronic, it can be advanced tech. You may be upgrading your technology at this time. You may be learning a new system, or you may be changing your phone and going to the next level. Or it could be about really advanced technology. It depends where you are and what sort of level you are at when it comes to technology. But this normally brings in advanced tech. It can even be science related or science fiction related. It can be about writing and publishing and so on, editing, that sort of thing. But it's definitely got that air element to it, which can be the airwaves as well, or media, anything like that. Your words are going to be very, very important. Words are like spells. That's where the word spelling comes from. Spells. So think about that. What you think and what you say is going to be vitally important, all right? Because you will manifest from that. So you don't want to manifest negative things. You don't want to be angry and manifest anger. You want to manifest positive things for yourself. You want to manifest, you know, speak into existence what it is you want, what you expect from the situation. And so choose your words very, very carefully because the impact on others is going to be huge as well. So this is the card of manifestation. You've got strong manifestation abilities, and it's also coming in the third house as well. So that's a double whammy. So be very careful. Use your words with care and what you write as well, and review documentation and so on. It also may mean that you're going on a short trip somewhere. If you're not going by car, then you may be going by air. So some sort of trip, you know, it could be like an air flight, or it could be that you're going to I would recommend that you go to a high place somewhere, a mountainous area or somewhere high up where you can just get some perspective. You know, go away for a weekend or a day, or just have a trip somewhere to have a break. And so that it will give you perspective, and it will take you out of, you know, difficulties and situations that are swirling around you at this time. So, yeah, just all forms of communication, anything to do with air and verbal, written, anything to do with that. And don't forget, you're going to be persevering, as I said. Persevere with what it is that you're trying to bring into being here. Just you know, just have your list of priorities and work on that, and you will get there in the end, because success does come after this difficult period with the Grand Cross. Okay, you may have a few delays as well. Okay, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care and have a wonderful, wonderful month. And don't forget to like and share or subscribe, and I will see you next time.